Hey, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be reviewing a Jubilee video, and it's your boy Gucci the Call. It's you can say your name. Damn, bro. Sheesh.
No, he's supposed to introduce me.
Oh, okay. It's your boy Gucci the Call and Kiana, and we here with another video. We're gonna be doing teen couple answers very personal questions, sex ed edition. Let's see what's good. This content contains discussions of referring sexual content, blah, 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 blah.
Have you ever gotten caught having sex?
Oh, no. Do I have to tell the story?
Yes.
Okay.
God,
Oh,
no.
we don't watch this.
I'm gonna answer it with them. We should answer it with them to make it more interesting.
Alright, yeah, we can answer them with them.
I have not. Have
That's
you?
our audience. No, they're gonna go back to this question. That was just the intro. But let's go. Let's answer the question right now. Have I got caught having sex? Yeah, mad times.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes some people like back in the day. I don't know. Like my cousin, he used to come to my house a lot, and I'll be fucking, and then he would just knock on my door, or just like open my door. And then I would just be fucking. But like, we'll be covered up and shit, because it would be like under the covers, some shit like that. But that sounds weird. But that sounds hella weird. But yeah, what else? Another time. Had my mama call me?
It was just if you ever got caught.
Yeah, have I ever got
Not
yeah.
story time. Okay.
Yeah, I like giving a little story time with it. But yeah, facts. You know though. I don't know like it. Go. Have you ever got caught?
Mm-mm.
No? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So none of your friends never walked in?
Mm-mm.
None of the guy homies?
Nope.
Wow. Have you
Oh, wait. Yes, I have. I'm lying.
Uh-huh.
I'm lying.
I was about to say. Yeah, embarrassing too. Yours is probably more crazier than mine. Yours is probably crazy. Whole body showing. Really getting dick down. Damn. Fuck.
Doing too much on camera.
No, that should be embarrassing. Depending on who though.
Yeah.
According to my mom, no.
I too sexually active with you.
Yes. We are sexually active with each other. Not each other's first.
Our last.
Our last.
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
absolutely.
We were both sexually active before we met each other. About a month into like officially dating, I think, was when we became sexually active.
No, we're in a open relationship, but with each other, it's more of
Emotional
Like,
Are
yeah.
you two sexually active with each other?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
We see eye to eye on everything.
Yeah. And if there is a boundary we want to set, we'll just talk about it when it comes up.
Yeah.
Do your parents know you're sexually active? Did you tell them? Well,
No, did you know you? Did your parents find out you were sexually active?
That's not the question. Do your parents know you're sexually active? Did you tell them? Yes, obviously. My mom does. And did I tell her? No, she just found out.
I think I just told my mom. Yeah. Like when I first became sexually active, I just told her.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
Like, yeah, fuck it. Boy, you know what I'm saying? He getting in there.
But my mom found out the same day.
She found out the same day? Ew, that's...
What you mean, ew?
How'd she find out? What the fuck?
Mind your business. This is not story time.
This is
Go.
story time.
Come on. That's not the question, though.
well, considering we got sex dice from his mom, I think they know.
No. Did you tell them? So that means you guys had a conversation about it.
Okay, did you tell them? Yes. I mean, no.
No, but she found out the same day.
Exactly.
So does that
that's
mean...
that's the only... The question is, did you tell them? I answered it, and I said no.
Okay. Okay. Real hot. Somebody... yeah.
My parents don't know, so I guess if they're watching this, sorry about that.
Your boy embarrassed to get some pussy?
I haven't talked with my mom about it, but she's been sort of not dropping hints, but like I open my desk drawer and there's just like condoms in there, and I'm like, okay.
I did not tell them. Just saying the word sex is too scary for them because I grew up Catholic.
Just tell them.
I always had the thought that I would save my virginity until marriage. I did not have like the
Some people need to stop thinking that stuff. I mean, if you could think that nowadays, then that's good for you. But this is Generation Z. We fucking within like shit. If you feeling somebody, you fucking. It is what it is. Am I right?
No comment.
No comment. Oh yeah.
the desire to have sex until I was dating you on. I think it's like
You
the
see?
first thing that I decide to like do this with him.
Did you feel pressured?
You see his face though? He was just like, yeah, I cracked that.
Thing that I decide to like do this with him.
Did you
I cracked that.
feel have sex? No.
No.
No. That's
No.
a good question. I would say the pressure for me was to like have sex by a certain time almost, because I didn't want to get like too old and realize like, oh my gosh, you know, I haven't done anything yet and like it's gonna be so bad or nervous and stuff.
I think if I could go back and tell myself like, dude, relax, like everything's gonna be fine. Like you're not pressured to do anything.
I no longer put pressure on myself to have sex. When we first started out,
Because you're
I felt
having
like-
sex.
like,
I
felt
feel like it's easy to say that if you're having sex. Like, you're already fucking. But if you're not fucking anybody, you're unattractive, you feel like nobody kind of likes you, then you're going to feel pressure to have sex. Because you're going to be like, damn. One, nobody's kind of asking me to have sex with them. And then, two, everybody's having sex around my age. So, I feel like...
it was his interest.
Yeah, I think I was like putting the pressure on myself and maybe like rushing a little bit too much, but it's fine. Like I learned from my mistakes and like I'm moving on and yeah.
You're fucking.
Have you ever gotten caught having sex?
Oh no, no.
No.
We already answered this.
Oh my god.
No.
That would no.
Her little brother walked in. It was so awkward, like,
Hello,
Oh
brother.
my god.
and I'm pretty sure he like saw some stuff he was not supposed to see at such an age.
I kind of was like, are you okay? My siblings don't get like sex education from my parents, so I feel like it's up to me to like tell them like you're not alone if you feel these like feelings.
Do I have to tell the story?
Yes.
She looks so young.
Fact, she does look young.
Feelings.
Do I have to tell the story?
Yes.
6'5".
Okay.
Mom,
like
don't
a
watch
big
this.
I'm at
5-year-old.
school in college, and I told my roommate the night before. I clearly didn't make it clear enough, but I was like, "You do not come in. Like, please. We had already made arrangements for you to sleep in a different room. You know."
He didn't
That's
even
fucked
know.
up.
No, he
He,
didn't.
he just
He swiped
opened
the
the
card.
door.
He swiped the card and went in, and he was like, "I need socks."
Bro, that's
Is
some lame
sex
shit.
always pleasurable? Do you feel like you know what you're doing? I think I know what I'm doing.
I sure don't know what I'm doing. That's not to say that I'm like bad at it. It's just if it's something that I've never done before, I have no clue.
I haven't had a non-pleasurable experience that I know of. I've had some funny experiences.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
Do you feel like you know what you're
You
doing?
go first. And I'll go.
Well, I could say for myself, I always know what I'm doing with the poom poom. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in the poom poom, I go crazy. I know what I'm doing all the time. Every time I get in there, I get it right. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing. There's not a time I feel like when I'm having sex, I'm not satisfying. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I be, you know, shit.
Me, I do know what I'm doing all the time. Unless I don't feel like doing that much work. And is sex always pleasurable? It depends on who I'm having it with. And if they're good at it, you know?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You gotta be good at it. I feel like a lot of people, they kind of don't know what they be doing. Like,
yeah, like...
they just be seeing a whole lot of, like, porn and shit and trying to imitate. So, that's facts. Gotta know what you're doing, especially when, you know what I'm saying, that gobble gobble. Gotta know what you're doing for that, because
Right.
a lot of people be playing games. So,
Mm-hmm.
gotta know what you're doing. Both guys and girls. Guys and girls.
I'll be honest. My first time was with a girl.
She was my first.
Damn.
It was your first experience
With a guy, which, yeah, it was like really new for me, and I was like, okay, like I guess this is how this works. But I do feel like it's enjoyable, especially with someone that you love and care about.
It's enjoyable for me. It's kind of like something that a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on. Like it should be like this perfect, like super romanticized like idea or whatever. But I mean, it's always gonna be special to me no matter what. So.
It's not going to feel like a.
Oh my gosh, that shit do not feel special. Maybe, I don't know. Do you feel so? How do you feel about this? Right? Do you feel like sex is special? But no, do you feel like that? Is it hard because I want after you say that? All right, give me an answer first. Give me an answer first. Give me an answer first.
Sometimes, yeah, it is.
Can you elaborate why not sometimes?
I don't know. It's just like it's all about the energy and the vibe that y'all have going on in that moment.
Yeah, I feel you.
Sometimes it's just just to do it, just to release. But sometimes it's making love.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays a lot of people just be fucking. I mean...
Yeah, a lot of people do that too.
Yeah, like a lot of guys, they don't really put in the work, you know what I'm saying, into the poom poom. They just get their nut off and be like, alright, I'm done, I'm going to sleep. You feel me? How for me, I feel like it's not always pleasurable. For females, I feel like, because it is. If you're giving good dick to her, but I feel like if you don't make her come, then like there's always gonna be that, like, I don't know, maybe for some females don't feel like that though, because you could give them good dick and if they don't come, that's fine. Yeah, but for me, I used to be that way, and then I was just like, shit, I really put in work to the boom boom, My job's so good where I can't complete my end goal job. But, let's not talk about that. I'm not going to get too deep into facts.
Constantly.
No, absolutely not.
It is definitely a grow as you go thing, for
and
sure.
It really depends on the fit and the person to make sure if it's pleasurable or not.
Do you know what you're doing?
Oh, I was going to say, I feel like that's another reason why bitch be falling in love with a kid, you feel me? Because, my sex is different. I have different type of sex. I don't really just have sex. That shit's lame, I really take care of the body and really try to get into, like, all areas. Pay attention to detail type shit.
I think so, for the most part. Yeah.
It's not that
I
hard.
hope so. Maybe I'm doing it completely wrong, and I don't even know.
I would probably tell you.
Do you always practice safe sex? Yes. Always.
I got tested.
Yes.
Came back negative. He got tested too, so, yeah.
You always practice safe sex? I try to practice safe sex.
Me too.
I try to practice.
I try.
Yeah. Put it as that. But if you clean though, I feel like I shouldn't have to like do all that. If I know you clean and like, I'm clean.
You never really know if a person is truly clean or not though.
Nah, but I'm talking about if I'm really only fucking that person. Now, if that person fucks somebody else, then if they fucking other people, then yeah, obviously, then you know what I'm saying, you can't rock a condom with them. You gotta rock a condom with them, I mean. But if you guys know there's like a mutual agreement on we fucking each other and that's it, then understandable. Type shit. But if that other person fucks somebody else, you gotta let that person know, like, man, I done did some shit. But yeah. So just so that person could be aware. And you can know, like, tell them, like, hey, if it was unprotected or not. Well, you ain't even gotta get into detail. I fucked somebody else, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, you just gotta keep it P.
Yeah, I think that's really important, especially like with like gay guys. Like I don't know, like it's definitely like pretty like relevant and like it's something that should be talked about, and also like you should know your status.
Yeah.
Like really,
It's
for
not
sure.
even just about condoms. It's like
Yeah,
you gotta
should
make
know.
sure about everything else.
Yeah,
We
you
both
should
don't
know.
really want like kids right now because that's like a lot of responsibility. So, yeah.
How do you know you and your partner are ready? I'm actually a diagnosed PTSD from sexual assault survivor, and I was just kind of coming to terms with that diagnosis right when I met David. I kind of had to be open with him about the whole thing because I didn't really have a choice. I don't know. I feel like that's a very good strength we have now too, but it was a very interesting way to start a relationship. There's definitely a need to be like, are we ready? And then you can figure it out that way. There's nothing wrong with, absolute total verbal confirmation.
What do you think about that?
Mm,
Do you think it's like a natural thing? Like, okay, we've been rocking with each other for a while, then and
yeah,
then
it
we're in a
happens
relationship?
naturally. It happens
Or do
naturally.
you feel like it's something that should just be verbally understood and agreed on from both of you guys?
Wait, what was the first question again?
Do you feel like, okay, say if you're with a person, but the person never really told you you're their girlfriend, but you guys been rocking with each other for a while. Do you feel like, okay, that's automatically we're in a relationship, or do you feel like there should just be a talked about agreement, like, hey, this is a relationship with what we're doing here.
This is not about no relationship though. This is about like.
No, this is what they're
them.
talking about. Cause she said it took her for a while for them to actually get into a relationship.
Yeah, but some people do it before getting into a relationship.
No. I'm not talking. You talking about for sex? That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Oh wait, how
When
do you
you're
know
ready.
you and your partner are ready?
Wait, I'm confused. Yeah, because she was talking about sexual assault, so.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh.
Sexually.
Oh, then yeah, that just comes naturally.
Yeah, it happens naturally. You should never force it. It just happens. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, I thought it was talking about something else. So yeah, I think that just you should never force it. It should just happen naturally, type shit.
Yeah.
You know. But you know what I'm saying? As a nigga, you gotta spit your riz on that. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta put that salt on that pot. Feel me? Make sure that chicken's ready. So, yeah. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like...
Okay.
yeah.
You don't
Yeah, alright.
For me, it was just kind of a thing that happened. But, oh my god, that makes it sound like, it makes it sound like I went to a bakery and this thing croissant. Like...
Not how you should choose your partners.
Yeah. Things were just kind of escalating. So I was like, well, it seems kind of natural at this point.
It's the comfortability and trust. No matter how silly or stupid I look, like it'll be totally fine. We're all in this together.
I got Lisa.
Do you have access to birth control? How did you ask your parents about it?
I didn't ask my parents about it. I just go to CVS right quick, buy a condom or two.
Buy a condom or two because they sell them singularly. I basically went to ask my mom because I have like a really, really heavy period, and she was like, I guess we'll move on with that when you're like closer to having sex. And I was like,
What about that?
Before going to school, my mom talked to me about it, and she bought me a big Costco variety pack of condoms. Yeah, it had like 5 different types, and it was huge, and I brought it to school with me.
How did you ask
We're not
your
gonna even
parents
gonna
about sex?
answer
Was
this
there a
because this is just, this is obvious.
We actually had the conversation over FaceTime.
How do you-
'cause I was
how do
really
you-
shy
Oh.
talking about sexual stuff. I was able to kind of gather my thoughts, and I could look away when I wanted to.
This is
and
another
just sit down
question.
and be like, okay,
They moved on
this is what
fast
I
from the
wanna
other
say,
one.
This is what I want to do. So it was much easier that way.
The first encounter was a year.
Yeah, probably a year
Like
into
a
the
year,
relationship.
and then penetrated was like 2.
I think the first time we had penetrative sex,
Oh.
we planned the day.
Oh yeah, that one was planned. It was like Batman planning stuff like we're gonna go here. We're gonna make sure nobody's here.
Okay. One other thing, it was...
It says at the bottom.
Oh, how did you ask your partner to have sex? I feel like is that well, how do you ask your partner to have sex? What the fuck? Shit. I mean, for me, if
You shouldn't have to ask
yeah.
though. It should just like have to weird if you ask like
yeah, you should
do you wanna
automatically-
fuck?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it should just happen naturally. I mean, for me, like, I'm not gonna say, like you said, no, you should never have to just ask to say it. It should just happen naturally.
Yeah.
So probably, like, just kissing would probably just lead into that, or, like, you know? But, yeah, I think...
Yeah, and then, like, someone would just have to make a move.
Mm-hmm.
To
get
kiss
to that,
first.
yeah.
Kiss first.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start kissing, and then that's how it happens.
I think for me it's always like that. And it'll just be like, it's like, but I mean, unless you gotta keep it P. Sometimes you gotta keep it P. Shit, I done did that before. You gotta keep it P.
Yeah, like, oh, you trying to fuck?
Yeah. Shit. Cause sometimes it gets shit, time be training this shit. Just gotta get to the point. But for the first time though, like for the first time, I think it just happened naturally, like you said, just kissing.
Mm-hmm.
Should just happen naturally. I feel like all that planning shit, it kind of takes away from it because now you guys are just hoping that the pleasure is just so good and that you guys both know what you guys are doing and all this stuff. Like, it's like so much build up where if it fails, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that's kind of not the best way to do it.
Super important to me that David knew that just being in a relationship wasn't like an automatic, consent.
Yeah, checking in is key.
Yeah, because I felt like I was definitely struggling with being.
Bro, I'm not
Boy,
getting
you
into a
talk
relationship.
too much.
Wait, I don't care. Hold up. She said, I hope he knows that he knew. Like, I'm happy that he knew getting into a relationship with me means that it's not just sex. Like, we're not having sex automatically, like, straight off the bat. Bro, I am not gonna fuck with you if we haven't had sex. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna know what I'm getting into for a relationship. Because when you're into a relationship with somebody, there's a lot of, like, emotions that you gotta take in hand. You feel me? Like, you gotta deal with that person in a way. So it's like, I'm not gonna deal with you not knowing what the sex is like. Now, how about if you have tried? It's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Yeah.
I do.
Because that's kid shit. You can't be that type of age getting into a relationship and you don't even know if that person could sexually please you. Like, damn. If I wanted a good homie, I'll just get a good homie.
I mean, like, I feel like usually we, like, do, like, a quick little, like,
Check in, yes.
I ask him. I just like,
Yeah.
hey, do you want to have sex today? Or when we're kissing, I don't assume that he wants to have
This
sex.
is weird. That's what I'm saying.
We just like ask, like.
What? And we're kissing. I don't just assume
It's very
we're not
strange.
gonna have
It's
sex.
like very weird right now. Eating Cheetos or something. Did you want to? Sure, whatever.
That's so weird. No, see, that can't turn me on because I like the build up to it. I like that build up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Seeing her look good and just pull and be like, start. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a build up.
It's more like laying on top of each other.
Yeah.
Just stupid things like that.
What?
I wish they talked about not necessarily the act of doing it, but rather the stuff that leads up to it, the stuff that you need to talk to your partner about.
I feel like people shame girls, especially in high school and middle school. They are slut shamed and said like that's wrong or that's like nasty, and it's not at all. And it's very like normal for girls and women to have sexual feelings.
In middle school,
I think what she's trying to say is like sexual, like needs, like that wants to be made. Like, say if you was in middle school and a girl said like ass ate, you feel me? And like literally she gets her ass ate by blah blah or high school whatever, and niggas is like joking on her because like that's what she likes. But when they get older, that's what they gonna be liking. You feel me? I feel like that is true. Like
I
with
feel
sex.
like it's like an age thing. It's just the immaturity.
Yeah, I feel it, but that's what they're trying to say. Like growing up, I felt like they didn't really talk about fetishes, like people's fetishes.
Yeah, they could have made like the kids a lot more mature as well by teaching us more in school.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
sex education. They never talk about the lead up to sex. Like, okay, you should before having sex, like you should kiss her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure she is properly ready for that too. And you know what I'm saying? If you gotta stick your fingers in there, like, but get consent first. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that they could have said that would kind of like build the knowledge to be like, okay, I'm kind of ready to what I'm getting going into. Instead of just like you putting your fingers in her and now she's like, oh, you hurt, you know what I mean? That shit hurt, nigga. What the fuck? Like, you yeah.
Well, I don't think I was ever taught the difference between gender and sex. And so why it's not part of health education, I have no clue.
I feel like better sex education would allow for like less teen pregnancies. And I wish I learned about like the LGBT community in there. Because like I'm a queer woman and I almost felt like a part of me was kind of left out.
I mean, obviously not everyone wants to learn about like homosexual relationships, of course, because like not everyone, most people aren't, but I feel like there's something that you could just learn, just to know.
I had to like resort to this like online that they didn't even like talk about. Like, it's a whole new world. Like, Aladdin was right. Like, it's a whole new world.
They should do something in school, but I just don't have an answer on how they should do it because it's really hard to figure out.
But I have to sit through the straight sex stuff, so you know what?
True.
Yeah.
That was a cool little video.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. I like videos like that.
Yeah, we got into it too. Sheesh, that was some crazy questions. I like the questions, but man, we'll do some more videos like that maybe in the future. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. It's your boy Lucia the Co, Kiana, and
yo, that my friend, yeah, that my can, yo, what, different, yeah, that my friend, yeah, that my can, yeah, what, different, yeah, I got a chop in the beat.